There are some beautiful towns in southern Alberta. Some are seeing populations dwindling while others are growing. Often they are places with friendly people and a more affordable cost of living, and yet they can also have challenges with drugs and crime. Joining me today is Jack Van Rijn. He is the newly elected mayor of Coaldale, Alberta. Welcome to Bridge City News, Jack. Thank you so much for being with us today. Appreciate it.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, Coaldale is a nice sized town. It does have most things that people need for shopping and some nice amenities. Maybe this is your chance to brag on Coaldale for a bit.
Well, when it comes to Coaldale, I have lots to brag about. I love it here so much that I've been a resident for over 65 years. The town of Coaldale is an emerging community, and we're just located in the heart of southern Alberta. And like you mentioned, we have a variety of amenities and recreation facilities and attractions. And our municipality combines the benefits of small town living with the service provision of larger urban centers. So I'm very happy to not only be the mayor of Coaldale, and I'm even happier to be living here.
And for those who don't know, Coaldale is, I would say it's about 10 minutes down the highway from Lethbridge. Is that about right?
Yes, we're ten minutes east, mm, right on Highway 3, and at the main corridor intersection of Highway 3 and secondary Highway 845. And, for anybody that, when it comes to Coaldale, whether you're a developer or a business owner seeking the Coaldale advantage, a prospective home buyer looking for a friendly neighborhood, or just a couple looking to retire, our community has something for everyone. So come pay us a visit.
And what's the population these days of Coaldale?
We're just on the edge of 9,000 residents, and based on historical growth rate of 2.37%, we're going to be hitting a population of 10,000 in late 2024. And our actual growth rate based on our municipal census that we did in 2019 showed a population growth rate of 5.8%. So we're growing.
I had no idea it was that big. That's amazing. So, there's so many different things happening in Coaldale right now. Tell us a little bit about the plans for Coaldale's new rec center. I understand that the cost estimate has gone up by several $1 million. Can you maybe explain the reason for that increase? And what are the plans to deal with that without a big tax bump?
So the multi-use recreation center is a joint project along with Palliser School Division with a new high school. Kate Andrews High School is getting replaced, and it's scheduled to open in 2024. And it's going to hold 855 students, and it's a K-12 school. And the whole project, as far as the multi-use rec center, started in 2017. And when I was on council back then, we had a delegation come and do a presentation to council regarding the need for a recreation center, and that included a indoor soccer facility. So back then, we budgeted. I shouldn't say we budgeted. We transferred $1 million from our reserves to use as seed money to get this project on the go. And then back in 2018, when we started working with a working group we refer to as the Sport Recreation Working Group, we took out a $10 million debenture loan to get this project going. And then in May of 2020, we did a community information center where we had over 500 people give us input on what they would like to see in this facility. And then once the design came back from that, we were at 13 million.
Wow.
And then back in December, we had our third tender close, and the price had risen to $18,879,000. So we worked with our consultants to see if if we were to hit the pause button, let's say for 3 to 5 years to see if the price of steel and such would settle down. And we were told that if we were to wait and we were going to do this as a standalone facility, because right now it's a joint venture. In other words, it's attached to the new high school. The project would have came in at over $25 million. So then we decided to go ahead with it. And the concrete pilings, the footings are being installed right now as we speak, and they should be done by the end of this week. So that's where we're at right now. And then the school project is worth over 40 million. So the combined cost between the new high school and the new rec center, we're at 59,384,000 and change. So it's a huge project for the town of Coaldale.
That is a huge project. Now, did the supply chain issues have anything to do with not being able to find those supplies and having to seek them out elsewhere and having the price go up?
Well, it has to do, and everybody uses COVID as an excuse. So again, it affected us. And it's not that they're able to find the items, like they have suppliers for them, but there's such a delay on getting the product here. And again, I can use steel as an example. And that was a huge increase, not only for the multi-use rec center, but also for the high school, with a 21% increase in steel. And it doesn't look like it's going to be getting any better. So we didn't want to delay this any further, and we're looking forward to having this facility up and running in 2024.
Mm-hmm. So are there any plans for how to deal with that excess costs without having it affect the citizens with a big tax bump?
Well, we're looking at we're a shortfall of a little over $3 million. And we've had some options presented by our administration staff to council. And a couple of them are to, first of all, I should say that, this project isn't going to be ready till 2024. And some of the major costs won't be coming until the last quarter of 2023. So we have some time to secure this shortfall of funding that we need. And a couple of the options that we're going to be looking at is we're going to hire a professional grant writer that's going to work on a commission basis, looking for both provincial and federal grants. And right now we have a group referred to as Coaldale Strong. It's a fundraising committee that we set up. And so far we've been successful in raising just shy of $700,000 towards the new multi-rec center, and we're going to increase our goal to $2 million for that. We also have a little over $1.3 million remaining in some MSI capital funds that we have that we're going to redirect towards this project. And then at the end of the day, if we're not successful with our grants and our fundraising, we will be looking at taking out a $1.7 million debenture to add on to our existing $10 million one we currently have for the facility. And it's something that council firmly believes in, and it's something that we are excited to see happen, that this is finally going to get built after all this time. And this new facility, it's a dry sport facility, so there's no aquatics, so no swimming pool going there, but it's going to have a fully equipped fitness center. And we have a local fitness center in Coaldale right now called Twisted Steel. So they've signed a letter of understanding that they're going to be moving into there, and they're going to have over 7,000 square feet of space for their fitness area. We're also going to have squash, basketball, volleyball, pickleball, badminton, soccer. We're going to have play centers, both indoor and outdoor. We're going to have a daycare facility. We're going to have we're looking at having after-school youth programs, and we're going to have athletic youth, adult, and senior. We're going to have opportunities there for birthday parties. We've got meeting rooms.
It sounds like a city within a town there that you're building.
And we also have on the soccer pitch, we're going to be able to have concerts, trade shows. We're going to be able to host up to 1,000 people in that space. And we're looking and we're looking forward to large-scale tournaments. We're looking at hosting the summer games in the near future.
Wow, it sounds like quite a rec center. Like I was saying, it sounds like a city built right within a town. You can kind of do everything and anything in there. Sounds like it's going to be amazing. So, I mean, lots of things to do in Coaldale. And in addition, you guys are considering the possibility of building a new skate park or at least improving your current facility. Has anyone made a decision on that yet?
So regarding the uh, uh, park, we have a program that we use in Coaldale. We've used it with the rec center, and we're using it currently right now with a group called Waves and Blades. It's to do with looking at replacing our aging swimming pool with either an indoor and outdoor pool, and also looking at a second sheet of ice. So that group is working right now on coming back with some costs for some projects. And we also use the same format as far as a working group goes for a new mountain bike park that just opened up here a few months ago here in Coaldale. And these working groups are made up of citizens that have a vested interest in whatever recreation component we're discussing. So, in regards to the skate park, we have over 22 residents, I believe, that are involved in that, including myself. And then we have some of our administration team kind of quarterbacking the entire project. And what happens is that we're actually having our first meeting tonight, and we're going to discuss things like either replacing the existing one, like we have one in the south side of Coaldale that's, I'm going to say, 25 years old, that the Kinsman Club of Coaldale built originally. So we're either looking at redoing that one or building it elsewhere. So this group will come up with some ideas, and then we'll open it up more to the community for some input. And then probably not until later this year we'll come up with as to where it's going to go and what the design is going to look like.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot of activity happening in Coaldale, and it sounds like these could be potential jobs too in the future. What's the economic situation like right now in Coaldale? Are businesses doing relatively well, or are there still struggles in the wake of COVID?
Well, I firmly believe that our economic atmosphere in Coaldale is doing extremely well. So much so that we have recently, I shouldn't say recently, we put in a new industrial park, over $5 million invested there, and it's sold out 5 years sooner than we expected it to. And if you were to take a drive through our industrial park to see the businesses that are being set up in there, it's amazing to see that there's that much interest in Coaldale. And because of the industrial park being sold out, we just had a meeting with some private investors that are developing a new industrial park that's connected to the west of our existing industrial park. And there's going to be 80 acres being developed right now, with a future 80 acres coming on stream in the future. So Coaldale is open for business, and we're doing very well when it comes to our industrial park.
It sounds like it. What are the advantages to opening up a business in a smaller community like yours as opposed to, say, a bigger center like Lethbridge?
The big thing for Coaldale is that our tax rate. So based on our residential mill rate, we're 9% lower than the city of Lethbridge. And the big ticket item for Coaldale in attracting business is that our mill rate is 55% lower than the city of Lethbridge. So here we're located 10 minutes east of Lethbridge, ideally located, like I say, to the highways. And we're 55% cheaper on our mill rate than our partners in Lethbridge.
Mm-hmm. Would the same go for, say, somebody moving there, like the benefits of living in the smaller community? Would you say kind of the benefits are the same? Less traffic, more affordable housing, perhaps, lower property taxes?
Our residential property mill rate is just under 9% cheaper than Lethbridge. So that's another big attraction for Coaldale. And we have several developments going on right now, residential developments. So there's very large opportunity. I was speaking with a real estate agent last week, and they were saying that our Cottonwood subdivision has the hottest residential market right now in southern Alberta, and it's a beautiful development. And we have some more coming on stream. A good one too is by the new high school and the rec center. We have 66 acres of residential land that's going to be coming up there as well, and we're working with some developers as we speak on them securing that and working on area structure plan as far as what that's going to look like in the future. And then we have another large development just west of Coaldale that's going to be starting. Just I just heard day before yesterday actually that they're hoping to get shovels in the ground there this year yet. So lots of opportunity here in Coaldale.
Oh, it sounds like it. And there's so much more I want to talk to you about, but we are running short on time. So I'm just going to say thank you so much for joining me today, Jack. It was a pleasure having you on.
Thank you very much, and feel free to reach out anytime.
Absolutely. Jack Van Ryn is the mayor of Coaldale, Alberta, newly elected a few months ago. I'm Jeanette Roche on behalf of all of us here at Bridge City News. Thanks for watching.